Hey, what's up? Welcome to day 29 of this mindfulness challenge. My name is Anna. I'm your online mindfulness teacher, and today we're gonna practice mindfulness for 29 incredible minutes. And this is a practice open for everyone. You don't need to have any previous experience. All you need is to find that space where you can either lay down or sit or stand up for this practice. Okay, go find that space and let's go. Beautiful. So here we are, day 29. And I'm just gonna ask you to check in with yourself. Is there anything else that I can do? Adjust my clothes, adjust the temperature of the room, get another pillow to feel 5 or 10% comfier than you are feeling right now. And if so, grant yourself this. Give this to yourself. And because we only have 3 more practices left, I know, can you believe it? Today, we are going to dim the lights. So, okay, let's just dim a little bit. I think you can still see me. Let's dim even a little bit more. You still there? Okay, let's just switch off the lights completely. So, this is it for day 29. The lights are off, and I hope this can help you to really trust the practice, trust your body, your experience today, and bring your whole attention to your inward experience. And like we always do in this challenge, we're gonna start with a quick check-in as an opportunity to arrive and to settle into today's practice. So the first thing I would be curious to know is, how is your mind right now? What's the state of your thoughts? Are they agitated? Is your mind relaxed, at ease? Just paying attention and simply bringing this attitude of curiosity and care about our experience. About the state of your mind. And it is worth mentioning that sometimes looking at our thoughts, paying attention to the state of the mind can be really deeply challenging. And if that's the case for you, I just want to remind you that we're just having a peek at the weather of our mind, but our thoughts, like the weather, varies. It fluctuates. It's impermanent. That's the nature of our thoughts. So, if you are feeling good, whatever that means to you today, if you feel at ease with your mind, Good. Enjoy it. And if you're suffering, if you're struggling today, then good. Remember that this too shall pass. Wonderful. So now that you've taken some time to settle, to acknowledge what's your mental state right now, we're gonna move a step further, dive even deeper into today's practice of day 29. And for today's practice, I bring a sort of a smoothie, a mixture of different mindfulness tools that we've been using up to this point. So we're gonna combine a body scan with some mindful movement and with the tool of labeling. And don't worry, this will become clear because I'm gonna explain it all. So let's start by rotating mindfully and slowly the left foot a couple of times, maybe even 3 times in one direction. And once you finish those, then rotate 2-3 times in the other direction. Once you've finished, bring your left foot to stillness and gather all your attention to the left foot. Observe if there are any sensations on your left toes. Then move your attention to the left sole, the upper part of the foot, your left heel, and then the left ankle, left, right, upper side, bottom side. And maybe you don't feel a thing, and that can happen. That's why in today's practice, we're gonna first engage in some sort of movement, the area that later we're gonna observe. Because if you have difficulties relating to some parts of your body, this is a great way to sort of wake up that part and then bring the attention to it afterwards. And now we're gonna practice some labeling into the left foot. And for this, I offer you 3 different options. You can label the foot sensations either as neutral, pleasant sensations, or unpleasant. Once that you have added one of these labels, let's continue by shaking or maybe contracting the calf muscles, because we're going to bring our attention to the part of the leg that goes from the left knee all the way to the left ankle. So you can either shake the leg a little bit, or just contract the calf muscles and then release. Contract and release. Contract and release. And then very gently, very mindfully come back to stillness and take the next few seconds to observe any sensations that you feel on that part of your leg. And now that you have observed the sensations, then here comes the labels. Would you say that part of your leg feels neutral, pleasant, or unpleasant? And I would like also to remind you that, well, I stay quiet if at any point you get lost in your thoughts, lost in quotation marks, you get distracted, quotation marks, or something happens, you can always stay and go back to observing your breath and how your body is breathing right now. Okay, so let's just bring the attention now to the part of the right leg that goes from the right knee all the way to the right thigh. And find a way in which you can move this part of the leg. Either you shake it again, or maybe you contract and release the quads several times. Just in a playful, experimental way. I'll let you be and try this for a few seconds before I come back. Beautiful, my friend. Then bring your right leg back to stillness. And direct your whole awareness to that part of the leg. Notice if there are any sensations on the knee, around the knee, where the quads are, the top of your thigh, the inner side, behind your right leg where the hamstrings lie, or the outer side. And just rest in awareness, focusing on that part of your body for a few more seconds. Maybe you can feel your clothes in contact with your thighs, your right thigh, I meant. Or maybe you can feel its weight. Does it feel light? Or does it feel very heavy? And whenever you feel ready, then let's just label this part? Which label are you gonna give it? A neutral, pleasant, or an unpleasant one? And simply redirect your attention now to the whole right leg, all the way from your right hip, down, 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 south, south, until you find your right toes. Focusing on the right leg as if it was the only part of your body that you've got. Nothing else exists right now but your right leg. So now let's just also include the sensations, include into our awareness the left leg. So you're focusing on both legs and noticing again, checking with your body, gathering all the sensations that you might have on the legs right now. If you lose your attention, if you get lost in the rabbit holes of your mind, that's not an obstacle, that's not a problem, it's an opportunity to intentionally come back to the practice. So it's a choice that we make, the choice of staying focused, of connecting, rooting, grounding in the body. In this case, using these sensations of our legs to stay present. So now, instead of just observing the sensations of the legs, we're gonna bring back our breath. And I want you to make a little bit of an effort visualizing, imagining that every time you inhale, you feel the air passing through your legs all the way when you inhale from the hip to the toes on both legs. And then on the exhale, you imagine that the air is brushing you through all the way from the toes, the sole of the feet, knees, thighs, until you release it through your hips. Give this a go. And notice how every inhale is an opportunity to bring our attention back to our breath in relation to the sensations of our legs. So if you get lost, if you get easily distracted, then the moment you notice, wait for your next in-breath and pick it up again and again and again with this inhale, the next inhale, and so on. And let's just carry on with the breath in combination with our body. And now we're gonna include the body up to the belly button. So again, visualize that when you inhale, the air goes through your belly button, travels down your belly to your hips, and then it diverts into both legs and keeps going all the way till your toes. That's your inhale. And with your exhale, then it travels back up through your toes, your feet, ankle, knees, thighs, all the way until it reaches the belly button. Okay. I'll let you play with this for a few more seconds. Are you still practicing with me, my friend? Or did your mind take you into an adventure? Adventures are fun, there's nothing wrong with them, but this is not the time for that. We're staying present, we're practicing mindfulness. So if you will, if you may, come back to this practice, inhaling and imagining that the air goes through the belly button, the belly, tummy, thighs, knees, all the way down to your toes. And that when you exhale, it goes all the way back. And again, inhale, feel, imagine, it goes through your belly button. And exhale, it returns where it came from. Okay, wonderful. Let's just then expand and include more parts of the body. So now we're gonna include the whole torso. So when we inhale, we imagine that the air enters through the shoulders, goes through the chest, belly button, and then it splits on both legs all the way down to the toes. And for the exhale, it travels back up. Remember, we're noticing the breath while we practice also our imagination and noticing the breath entering through the shoulders, all the way down the torso, both legs. And on the exhale, it goes all the way back until it finds the shoulders exit. So let's just walk one step further. And the invitation would be for you to playfully explore now the breath as if it will enter through the crown of your head. So now it's the whole body entering, the air washing you over, all the way to your toes. And exhaling, bringing it back. Just continue on your own for a little bit longer. Are you lost? Are you still here? Are you planning the future, wondering about the past? If that's the case, it is beautiful because that's the nature of our mind, of our thinking mind. But would you be willing to come back to the practice and to stay with this breathing exercise and noticing your whole body with every in-breath and with every out-breath? Okay, so whenever you feel ready, inhale deeply with me. Exhale very gently with so much care of the air that you're releasing back to earth. Let go of the practice, let go of the air. Open your eyes if they were closed and just take some time to readjust back to your context. And this is it. Well done. You just practiced 29 minutes of mindfulness. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that great? I'm honored that you practiced today with me, and I hope to see you tomorrow for day 30. Hey, would you like to access and download these meditations for free? If so, all you gotta do is let me know by registering following the link I will leave down below.